Is the microphone on? Do it talk out loud? Elsie, is the microphone on? Well, do it talk out loud? Well, if it's talking out loud, what is it saying? It's saying, I tell you what I did last night. Hey, I came home, say, around 2:45. Feel so fine, hypnotized, in a trance by his body, so buttery brown, tantalizing. Okay, that's what the lyrics say. Okay, that's what Tweet says. It was tantalizing. Okay. Okay, she said, I turned to the left at a reflection of myself. Yes, look back at it, ho. And that's exactly what the microphone is saying. Is the microphone on? Do it talk out loud? Well, if it's talking out loud, what is it saying? It's saying, baby, I need for you to sit here and think twice about what you sit here and do next time, because messing with that married man was not it. Nonetheless, y'all go ahead and sit here and roll this beautiful bean footage, because we got a lot to sit here and talk about. All right, y'all. So look, I didn't want to sit here and do this. As a matter of fact, let me take a sip right now. Because what I'm about to tell y'all, child, after this, y'all might be unsubscribing to my channel. But it's okay, though, because I've always kept it 100 with y'all, and I'm going to continue keeping it 100. Nonetheless, this is story time, okay? Story time about when I sit here and got caught up with the damn DL down low / married man, okay? With kids, okay? Not single, okay? Not in a divorce, not separation, but married with kids. Now, nonetheless, y'all, before you get your knickers in a twist, let me just sit here and rewind back a little so you can understand the gist of what happened, okay? In all fairness, not that it makes it right, it was a hookup. It's what it was, okay? And I was in my 20s. I'm in my 30s now, but I was in my 20s, okay? And yes, it was a hookup. Yes, I was gullible. Yes, I met him online. Yes, he was DL. And yes, we did it in a park, okay? Well, we messed around in the park, baby. He didn't sit here and take me down through there because, baby, I had already seen him committed enough sin. I wasn't about to sit here and add no more to my list of sins that I've already seen here and done down through the years. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Anyways, nonetheless, I met the man online. And you know, for those of you that may not know, in the straight world, you women out there, because I know a lot of women watch me, you know, it was basically a app called Jack. Jackd. That's exactly what it was. It was an app called Jack. Okay? And in this app called Jack, you can meet all kinds of things. You can meet all flavors of the lollipop. If you want to date a trans, you can meet a trans. If you want to date a down low, you can meet a down low. If you want to date a butch queen, you can meet a butch queen, bottom, top, versatile, purple, green, yellow, orange, whatever you sit here and think of, you name it, you can sit here and meet them on Jack, because that's basically what it is, a hookup app. I'm just saying. So, nonetheless, I met him on Jack, okay, and before I get into the story, you know, I was a little hesitant because at the end of the day, I do consider myself deep down on the inside, internally. Okay, I say internally, not externally. Externally, I'm a wholesome man. Internally, sometimes I can be a wholesome Christian woman, okay? And I'm just saying, keeping it real. So I met him online, and that particular day, I was giving very much so wholesome Christian woman, okay? Now, I had already seen his profile before, and it didn't have no pictures on it. But this time, he decided to hit me up, and he had pictures. Okay, he got pictures plus number one, okay? So he sent me a picture. And he looked it fine, y'all. I ain't gonna sit here and lie, baby. It was definitely giving me buttery brown, as Tweet say, tantalizing. Definitely so. Did it look like he could have a big thing? Potentially so at the time, but I didn't know at the time because I hadn't seen it. Nonetheless, though, we met on the app. I saw his picture. We hit up. He approached me. He said, you know, you want to meet up in a parking lot? And I said, what kind of woman do you take me for? Okay? Because, you know, I told you deep down I'm a wholesome Christian woman, and wholesome Christian women don't meet up in a parking lot. So with that being said, baby, we met up in a parking lot. You know, I set the date or whatever. You know, I said, I'm going to meet you at this date, this time, this parking lot in a park. Keyword, in a park. I didn't want to leave that out. So, met him in a park. Okay, I had already set up the time. And the conversation online, y'all, it was real short because that's why I really didn't have much to sit here and talk about in terms of the conversation online, because it was basically a thing of, hey, how you doing? What's your name? I gave him a false name because I don't need you in my business, and I don't need to know your business. I had already knew, like I said, in the back of my mind, this was gonna be a hookup, because on this app, I had already learned by then that most of the people you meet on this app is looking for one thing and one thing only. They looking for, baby, come home to me. Hey, tell me I'm special now. Hey. Okay, nonetheless, let's get back to the story. So we, had exchanged words, blase. We did not exchange phone numbers. Okay. Clue number 2 that I should have known he was DL, but nonetheless, though, I said, okay, I'm gonna sit here and meet him. He look cute or whatever. Let me sit here and rosy my ass down on here to this park about 5 miles away. Okay, so I sit here and hopped in my, my little car. Okay, I hopped in my little Hyundai. Okay, at the time I had a little Hyundai, and I took my ass on down there. I took my little lanky ass on down there. Yeah, I did it. Okay, don't act like some of y'all is all seeing holier than thou now. Stay with the story. Stay focused. It's a message in it. Okay. So anyways, took my ass down here to the park. He pulled up in a, nice ass, GMC Denali. Okay. And, at first I thought I had the wrong person because, I always never sit here and set my expectations high when it comes to sitting here and meeting a nigga. Okay. Because you already know that people be catfishing people all the time, every time, 24/7, 365 days of the year. So I wasn't expecting much. But baby, when I tell you, okay, when I hopped my ass out that car, took one foot and put it in his truck and opened the door, I said, oh, glory have mercy. Let me take a drink off of it. Woo! Baby, it was given very much so. Somebody loves you, baby. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's exactly what it was given, okay? And I hopped my ass in the truck and I said, hey, what's up? Because, at this time, I was about to let all the gayness out, but I had to remember where I was, bitch. I had to remember I was in a park. And, this is trade, technically. And for those of you that may not know what trade is basically, the men who, pretend to be straight and all this stuff and don't get down with the gay but really they get down with the gay okay? Just to see here and let you know. And they really like all the trans girls and some gay men, but most of the trans girls call them trade. But gay men can call them trade too. But that's basically what trade is, just a fancier version of a DL man, okay? Now that you see here and know it, back to the story. So I had to waltz my ass up in the truck, and I'm sitting here trying to put a bass in my voice because I don't want him to sit here and think I'm some old, wholesome Christian woman. I want him to sit here and see the man in me, okay? I want him to sit here and feel, baby, please don't go, like they're saying in Boys the Man, okay, in that song. Because that's exactly what I wanted to sit here and give, because I didn't want him to sit here and think that I was just some old film queen back then that just, didn't know any better and was gullible. I was trying to give my straightness, okay? My straightness of the straightness that I could sit here and give at the time. Nonetheless, though, I'm sitting in the truck, nervous as hell, don't know what to sit here and do, okay? We looking at each other, okay? He looking at me, I'm smiling, he ain't smiling. Bitch, I don't know what to sit here and do. I ain't ever done no shit like this before, so I'm sitting here nervous as hell. Next thing I know, he asked me, well, what you like, what you into? So I sit and proceed to tell him, well, I like a lot of things, sometimes I like to sit here and be bent over, thrown across the room, okay? Thrown down a couple of flight of stairs, depending on what kind of day it is. Yeah, I don't mind that rush, but I also want to sit here and be made love to too. I want to feel like a what? And then I had to catch myself because I say, bitch, you still in straight mode. Don't say woman, just say you want to sit here and feel nurtured. So that's exactly what I sit here and say. I want to sit here and feel like, somebody care for me, okay? And I was just, having a conversation. Yeah, dog. I like a lot of stuff. I like, doggy style, taking it from the back, okay, laying. Lord, they want nothing but that damn devil, okay? Up here messing up my video equipment. Now where I was, oh yeah, okay. Doggy style, laying on my back, thrown downstairs, thrown across the headboard, thrown on the floor. Let me see, making love to, thrown in the shower. Okay, now what you ain't gonna do though is sit here and piss on me. Bitch, you piss on me, we gonna have a problem. I'm just sitting here and let you know now, bitch, we are going to tussle. You hear me? I wish a nigga would pee on me, okay? I am not the one. I am with a lot of but pissing on is not it. I am not trying to be saying be pissy. Some of y'all may seem like that ish, but that's some white folks ish. I'm just gonna sit here and let you know now, because black folks, we know better. And quiet as it's kept, some of these black folks out here do like to be pissed on. They just will never sit here and tell y'all until they see him arrive at work the next day smelling all pissy. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. Nonetheless, stay focused, Mr. 6'8". So, he then proceeds to sit here and tell me, well, what you want to do, So I see him proceed to tell him, shit, I don't know what you want to see and do, okay? And next thing I know, I kind of just slowly start to, because, at this particular point, I already know what it's giving, bitch. He trying to give you the cue. Go on ahead and drop them draws, okay? To the side. Them draws to the side. Them draws to, that's what it was giving, okay? It was giving very much so. T-shirt and my panties on. Hey, T-shirt and my panties on. Hey, T-shirt and my... That's what it very much was sitting here and giving. So, I proceed to just basically sit here and get undressed, because I was like, well, I didn't get all the way undressed, because you got to keep in mind, I'm 6'8". It's only so much I can sit here and do in a Denali, okay? I know a Denali is big, but it ain't that damn big, okay? So nonetheless, I proceed to sit here and, slightly get undressed. I take the top layer shirt off. I leave my wife beater on because I want to sit here and look straight. Once again, I'm trying to put on a facade. I'm trying to keep it cute. So then, I put my hand in his lap and I feel in between his legs, bitch. And I said, bitch, when I tell you, it was giving very much so tree trunk, okay? Pipeline, okay? It was giving very much so irrigation system. It was giving very much so flashlight, okay? It was giving very much so Magnum XL, okay? It was giving a lot of stuff. So this is when I know, okay, in my hearts of heart, that it was no turning back. Okay, so as I slowly had kind of signaled for him, to whip it out and stuff, I kept my bottom parts on because I ain't want to. I'm like I told you, I'm still inside. I was trying to be a wholesome woman inside, but on the external side, I didn't want him to sit here and think I was just so gullible and fast and just hop right in it. Sometimes you gotta ease in that thing, okay? So anyways, we proceeded to sit here and touchy, feel it, all of that stuff. Nonetheless, there was no kissing because, once again, keep in mind, this is a down low mirror. I'm just trying to see and tell you. Anyways, we made our way. He then proceeded to sit here and hop his ass without getting out, because once again, this is the public part, into the very back last seat of the truck. You hear me? And I said, oh, shit. Bitch, when I sit here and tell you, I knew it was about to be on and popping in. So he hops his ass back there in the last back seat of the truck, and I sit here and proceed to sit here and follow. Now imagine a 6'8" person. You can imagine what a Denali is like. Imagine a 6'8" person trying to sit and hop their ass back through the captain chairs in the back second row all the way to the back. Can you know, bitch, how uncomfortable that is? I was not living, okay? I was definitely sitting here feeling some kind of way. Anyways, on with the story. See to sit here and both, get into the very back last row of the seat. He's sitting in the middle of the seat. Okay, he got like a little coach uniform on or whatever. I don't know if he's sitting here and that's what his job description was as far as in real life, that he coached football or something. But in my head, I'm thinking, okay, maybe he a coach because he got like a tracksuit on. And bitch, I ain't seen one of them tracksuits since my uncle Bob in the 1980s, okay? I ain't seen one of them since the 1990s. Them damn windsuits. You know them little windsuits when you sit here and get some wind under the bitch just blow up. That's what it was given, okay? So he had like a little, situation going on with like some kind of tracksuit type, jogging pants type ish. I didn't care at the moment. Like I told you, at the moment, all I saw was a fine ass man sitting in front of me, okay, in a third row, and I'm seeing her squinched up, can't see him move, facing him, okay, as he's sitting in the third row. He proceeds to sit here and whip it out, and I sit here proceed to sit here and almost pass out, okay? Because once again, like I said here and told you, I done seen a lot of things in my life, but baby, that was probably on the top 10 of the things that I've seen in my life. You feel me? And I think you do. So, Anywho, we proceeded to sit here, and next thing you know, we touchy-feely again and stuff, and he said, you know, you want to off with me? Okay, y'all already know what that signal is. I ain't even got to sit here and say it. Y'all already know what that hand motion is. You already saying know what it's sitting here and giving. Okay, so mind you, okay, I didn't really sit here and feel comfortable because the whole time I'm sitting thinking like, bitch, you ain't never did no shit like this. You ain't never been in no public park. Bitch, you seeing, baby, it's giving a whole lot today. You just doing the most. Okay, that's exactly how I felt. Bitch, you doing the most. The absolute most. And all I can think about is, bitch, if we get caught, how I'm going to sit here and explain my way out of this? Was I supposed to sit here and explain, oh, by the way, my pants down and his pants down. We just sitting here playing with each other. Just a little non-friendly, tic-tac-toe. Or we, sitting here playing, hide and go seek. What was I supposed to sit here and say? I didn't know. All I'm saying, thinking in my head, like, please don't sit here and get caught. Because mind you, this is in broad daylight. And even though the windows is tinted, you never know who could pull up beside you. But nonetheless, he proceeded to sit here and I proceeded to sit here. And next thing you know, we going at it. And then, I'm sitting here smelling the, scent of his cologne. Okay. And it had me all hot and bothered. And I, for a second, almost sit here and say, I love you. You know how when you get caught up in the moment? And mind you, this man was hardly even touching me. All I had to do was lean against the nigga, okay? And I was leaning against the nigga. And next thing you know, I'm sitting here just inhaling all of the cologne fumes that's coming off me. Baby, he smelled like Juke cool water and some other ish, okay? It's very much what it was sitting here and giving. It was giving very much zaddy tease, okay? Even though he was looking fine as a whistle, it was giving very much zaddy tease, okay? And next thing you know, as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking in my head, because, I really don't like slips and stuff. I don't like anything texture. I'm like, child, what I'm supposed to sit here and do if I sit here and and get to the climax and stuff like that? Well, nonetheless, y'all, I hate to sit here and be the one to sit here and tell, but that's exactly what saying happened. In about maybe 15 to 20 seconds, I couldn't hold it no longer. Yes, I said 20 seconds. I had been holding it in for about good 2 weeks and ain't did nothing. Okay? So at this point, you could barely breathe on a nigga and I probably was seeing have came. I'm just sitting here saying. Nonetheless, I came, he came, we all screamed for came, and it was just that, okay? Next thing you know, after the whole situation was done, okay, he proceeded to sit here and, slap it back in on his, side. And, I proceeded to sit here and, because at this point, it ain't like, bitch, do you got some paper towels laying around? Do you at least got some toilet tissue? Do you got a towel? Do you got something? So he reached back there in his gym bag and, he gave me a little something to wipe off, and he, went stand wiped out, and all of that. And next thing you know, it was done. Okay, so we climbed our ass back up to the front of the truck and, we didn't sit here and stay in the truck forever. We just sit here and said our proper goodbyes. And bitch, I got my ass out because I was like, look, as long as I live, I cannot see this man ever again because I do not want to end up in the Chattahoochee River. I don't want to end up in the Nile River or the Atlantic Ocean. I don't play with DL Man no more because DL Man was saying, have you coming up missing? Bolo alert. Okay? It's exactly what it was going to sit here and give. Nonetheless, I say all of that to sit here and say, knowing the man was married, knowing he was down low, yeah, I see him took a spur of the moment thing. Did I feel bad about it afterwards? Did I sit here and shower for a long time? Yes, I showered for a long time. I showered for a long time because of the fact that I couldn't believe what I had just done. Okay, I felt bad about the situation. I just felt bad because, I had always told myself, Tristan, I would never sit here and deal with another man that belonged to somebody else. And I always sit here and try to tell people, would never say never. So the message in this that I want you to sit here and take away from this is that sometimes we all fall short of the glory. Hey! Can you hear me? And that's exactly what it was, okay? I had a weak moment, okay? Yes, I was going through a couple of things. Yeah, I wanted to be touched, okay? And that's exactly what I got. I got touched in all of the right places, okay? He made him sit here and touch me a lot, but he touched me enough to sit here. He breathed on me enough, bitch. I got a whiff of them cologne fumes and almost passed out to sit here and know that, look, okay, I had a weak moment and it was satisfied and I had an itch I needed scratching. Now, could I have sit here and found someone that was not married? Yes, I could have. But sometimes you just have to go with what's available, and that's exactly what I did. And like I told you, I was in my 20s. So, for the longest, I had to tell myself, don't feel bad about it. Just look at it as a learning experience. What have you learned from it? Was it something that you enjoyed? Yeah, it may have been a quick, get off, but was it something that you enjoyed? And I come to realize that deep down, it was something that I didn't enjoy. Yeah, the moment may have felt good, but sometimes we can see and get so caught up in temporary moments that can end up having lifetime outcome results. And that was one of the things as far as with my case, is that I felt like for a long time I thought about that situation and how I would feel being the other woman on the other side, not knowing that my husband out here, okay, being digmatized by Bob, Harry, okay, Tom, Ricky, okay, Robert, and all the other people out here. I thought about that. I thought about it on the opposite end. How would it make me? How would I feel if I was on the opposite end? And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Sometimes you don't always make the right choices, but it's how you go forward, learning from the choices that you see him make. Because let me tell you something, especially for my gay men out there, down low man like that, they only have one objective. They don't care about emotions, feelings, or whatever the case. All they care about is doing a mission and getting that mission completed, and then they go back home to their happy life, and you're over here left with feelings in a bucket and don't know what to do with yourself. Because bitch, you done gave it all up. Okay, you done busted it wide one time for the 99 to 2000, and you done gave it all up, and now you seeing her lost in the abyss trying to figure out why in the world did I do what I do. And don't beat yourself up about it. Just learn from it. Try to move on from it. You know, that happened back in my 20s. But now in my 30s, you can never pay me to see and get caught up in something like that, because I've lived the experience. I know what the experience was like. I know what it felt like after the fact I had done it. And I told myself that that's just not for me. A lot of my friends that I have talked to, as far as in the YouTube community that I know personally, we have had conversations about this, and they told me, you know, I don't see you in a monogamous relationship. I see you in, a relationship. I don't even think you want a one-on-one relationship. You probably want someone that's going to be in a what they call it, polyamorous, or whatever you call it, polygamy, when they be sharing people and stuff. But I got to thinking about it, and I said, no, actually, deep down, I do want a one-on-one relationship. I do want a one-on-one experience with a person. I want to be out here hooking up with Sue, Tom, Dick, Harry, Bob, Sue Ellen, and everybody. I don't want to be doing all of that, okay? Because I feel like as it is, we as gay men already get a bad rep as it is, of thinking that that's all we are here for, is just sex. And we have feelings too, just like women have feelings. So that experience taught me to work on myself, do better, make better choices, have standards for yourself, know when to draw the line. And don't mess with nobody that's married or down low or whatever the case, because it's not worth what comes down the pipeline with it. Now, if I was one of them people way back in my early 20s, one of them little queens out there who, you get caught up with a man and what they look like and stuff, and you done had a sexual encounter with them, now you're catching feelings and you're blowing up their phone and stuff, that could have ended very bad. And unfortunately, there are a lot of my trans sisters, there are a lot of, men that I know who have lost their lives, unfortunately, to down low men, to down low married men, because of the fact that these men, once again, like I said, they don't care about your feelings. All they care about is a thrill. They're looking for a thrill in the moment. So don't sell yourself short for a moment. Don't sell yourself short for a moment. If you're going to have fun, but don't sell yourself short for a moment with someone that you know is not going to have any regard to you whatsoever as far as your best interest. And that's all I got to sit here and say. Drop and like and share in the comments. Let me know what you see here and thought about the video. Stay tuned for more videos, because I will be coming back. Until next time, my fun sizes, I'm out of here. Peace.